Buy brick, you get your boy Big Wall, and you already know the vibes. Y'all know what type of time we on. We are here. When you
Yeah,
see P Stock next to me, you see my big dog KL next to me. Y'all know what we here to do. We are here to address
Dress
the
the
culture. Y'all already
culture.
know the vibes. What's going on with you fellas?
We addressing the culture. You know, we in it. I mean, it's a great vibe going on.
Yeah,
To me, it's a high news worthy quarter, man. This
yeah,
does,
yeah.
I love it. I love people out there doing crazy shit and neat shit because it gives us something to talk about.
definitely, definitely,
And
definitely.
there's a lot of it going on. I think people losing their bleeping minds out here today, man. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
some
yeah,
of the stuff,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, but everything is love, man. Big KL, man, it's great to be on the set with you, man. Dress
Yeah,
the
baby.
culture this
Cross
week in the
branded, baby.
culture. Yeah,
Cross
that's what.
branded, cross branded. And man, it's been a while since, you know what I'm saying, I had a chance to grace the, you know what I'm saying, the Address the Culture network, you know what I'm saying, because it's always like home for me. So it feels good to be back home with my people. We gonna do what we always do, you know what I'm saying, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, we gonna touch on it. And we just gonna have a good time today, man. The energy is good. We gonna bring it. I'm ready to get into it.
That's right.
Let's get it. You already know I like the energy, man. Now look, like P Stock said, man, there's so much going on, man. Like, and it's been so many different topics. But we had to spend a block on this one because it kind of like reopened it. I want to talk about it because it kind of ties into it with the Deion Sanders leaving
Mhm.
Jackson State, going to Colorado, and he was kind of complaining about the HBCUs. You see what I'm saying? And now we got Ed Reed, another NFL legend, a champion. You know what I mean? He is having his issues with the HBCUs himself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody's seen it, man. He went on a rant talking about how terrible the fields is, talking about everything. Ed Reed, he lost his job. You know what I'm saying? At the HBCUs, man. So I had to bring it to the culture and talk to
Yeah.
y'all, man, and kind of get another kind of tap into y'all Mad State because I know how
Mhm.
I feel about it. I feel I love my HBCUs, you know what I'm saying, and I feel like
Hmm.
we definitely need to help change things and get more money. But at the same time, it shouldn't be no problem with you venting and saying if his conditions are bad and things need to get better because that's the only way they're gonna get better. So I don't think they should have fired him. You know what I'm saying? But I wanna know how y'all feel about it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to you, P Stock. How you feel about
I think that the president, the interim president, that's what it is. It's the interim president that fired him. And they was talking about, he was talking about the music that he was playing. And Bethune Cookman, and I didn't know this is a Christian school. I didn't know that, and I think that's the problem. But
it? I ain't even know it existed. I ain't even gonna lie
yeah,
to you.
yeah, Bethune Cookman. I just never knew it was a Christian school. But
Mhm.
Yeah,
as far as that go, whatever music, these are young people. This is college, okay. But I believe what Dion and Ed Reed says about the HBCUs because firsthand experience, seeing it. Living in D.C., working in D.C. Howard was the main one. That's one of the prestigious
yeah,
black colleges in the country, supposed to be the top flight, everything, and their students was living their dorm conditions was horrible. These
yeah,
students had to do basically layouts in front of the buildings out there. Same thing to get that stuff addressed. Mold and all this stuff, unhealthy living conditions. So I think a lot of it needs to be addressed, about what are they spending the money on. Yes, they got
they making
endowments.
money,
They got endowments in the billions. But
right,
you can believe that they got
right.
endowments in the billions. But what are they spending it on? That's what I think. I believe him. I seen some of Ed Reed's interview with on a show, and
He
he
went
said,
crazy. He was riding around the field, showing how the field look, and like he said, he
yeah,
went in his pocket, spent some of his own
he
money,
spent twenty
and that
four
was some of
hundred
this.
dollars before he
Yeah,
even got
yeah,
paid,
yeah,
and he left a job with less responsibility and made more money to take this job.
Yeah.
Think about that too. You know, he left a job like that with University of Miami, chief of staff. You know, so I mean, and the victims of all of this are the students that he recruited that signed letters to go to Bethune-Cookman. You know, how you
Because of
feel?
him.
Yeah, how you feel about that,
Yeah.
Big K?
Well, how I feel about it, I'm gonna just be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a bad look on both sides because I feel like they was both got into it for the wrong reasons. So Bethune-Cookman looked at the success that Deion had and saw Ed Reed, and with Ed Reed being he's a great Hall of Famer himself, but
Yeah.
he's not Deion.
Mm-hmm.
He's not Deion. He's their temperaments are two totally different types of temperaments that you're dealing with here. And plus, I think that Ed Reed just didn't understand as far as the dysfunction that was going on at Bethune-Cookman and at HBCUs in general. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think either one of them.
Yeah.
I don't think either party did the appropriate homework on each other, and it just was not a bad. It was a bad fit from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that the thing with Deion, it was a special case because I mean we're dealing with Deion Sanders, and you can obviously see with the success the dude having already, and he already been at the school for a couple of months, and he already getting 5-star recruits and all type of shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't think that they were playing the long game with each other. I think they were more interested in short-term benefit more than long-term benefit.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a clash between the two because if you've done your homework on HBCUs, you know how underfunded they are.
Yeah.
And if they've done their and if Bethune-Cookman did their homework on Ed Reed, they know that that's his style. I've seen plenty of viral videos of him snapping on his teammates in the Ravens locker room about picking up their towels and why I gotta walk past and towels right there and they belong right there while you put it on the floor. And he's just one of those type of orderly type of dudes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I guess seeing trash and shit like that triggers Ed
Cleaning
Reed.
up trash. He was cleaning up trash and had the music playing. Cleaning up trash under the bushes, other thing, you know, out there on the university. You know, because you're trying to convince parents to give you their children or give you his son, that your son.
They can't play on that field. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like it's not even safe. So it kind of takes me. Let me pose a question to both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? KL, I'm gonna come to you. In this type of situation with what you know about HBCUs, do you think someone in Deion's position was wrong for leaving the HBCU and going to a bigger situation, a better situation as far as financing, as far as the lights? You know what I mean? Do you think someone in Deion's position was wrong for making that move when he did and how he did, or you think he should have stayed in a situation like Ed Reed and continue to fight with the HBCU?
Well, shit. It's kind of two-sided with me. You know what I'm saying? Now, first off, I don't think Deion was wrong. You know what I'm saying? You can't never say a man wrong for, you know what I'm saying, going for a better opportunity, you know what I'm saying, to do essentially what he wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Because when he first got at Jackson State, it was well known that, I mean, he wasn't going to be there 10 years or maybe even 5 years. I think the whole plan was just to stick out or ride out the contract. So I don't think he's wrong for that. But what I do think Deion wrong for is when he first got the job, how he was making it seem like it was some higher calling and God called me to this position and all that type of shit.
Yeah.
That's the shit I don't get. I can't get with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if that's how you gonna carry it and that's how you gonna give it up, you got to see it all the way through. You feel me? Now I definitely disagree with that. Trying to invoke holy spirits and all that type of shit, and you were preordained and destined to be. I ain't with all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's really just Deion being Deion and just because, you know, he like to put a little sauce on, you know what I'm saying, whatever he do. That's just Deion. If you've been following Deion for the past 30 years, that's just how Deion give it up. You know what I'm saying? But as far as being like wrong, nah, you ain't never wrong for seeking to better your opportunity. You ain't never wrong for that. But I just didn't really feel the whole energy behind him saying like it's a higher calling and all this, that, and the third. Because I really wasn't feeling it when I first heard it from him. I'm like, I don't know, it just didn't sound right. It didn't sound like Deion, because Deion always going to be about Deion at the end of the day.
I think
No, go
you
ahead.
know,
Go ahead, Pete.
what I think and how what I feel about it is, and look at it from this angle. You're a father, okay? You got clout in the sport. In a sport that, is 75% us, black males, and
He's a legend in this sport. Yeah.
And he's a legend, a Hall of Famer, okay?
Yeah.
You have a son, okay, that wants to play, of course, wants to get to the NFL, sons that want to play in the NFL, okay? And at a position that there aren't too many African Americans playing quarterback in the NFL these days, starting, so when you look at that, so you take the opportunity. Okay, you had a great, got all these offers, great collegiate career. I'll take this job at Jackson State. I'll bring you over, your brother. That's 2 more years of prep. Bring some people in there. We can get you prepped, and then the first decent offer for D1, let's take it and move over there to get you prepped for the NFL on the D1 level, and then bring in all his boys and people. And I ain't knocking it. I would do it because
so you saying this whole plan was for his sons?
It's a part of it, yes, for him to see his sons,
I can dig that.
To see his sons get to that next level. And I ain't knocking them because
you can do it, you can do
everybody
it.
else will do it. Yeah. And I hope they succeed at it too.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
So his son is a great quarterback. I seen the development. But Dion knows he played against some of the best quarterbacks. So who's going to tell his son, you ain't ready yet, son. Let's go here. Let's do this. And, go.
Right.
So he's winning. Okay. All right, son. D1. We go to the last. You're in Colorado. That conference is losing its two of its marquee teams next year, or the year after next. USC and UCLA is out of that conference. So what's going to happen? That's all in limbo. You don't know what's going to happen with Colorado. So you take your son. You got this power. You can build an all-star team around it. All-star team with recruits and transfer portals, which is going to be another problem.
Yeah.
And then get him prepped, bring in all your boyos to coach him up in the off season. Everything else you got.
Travis going with him, right?
Better facilities. Yep. Yeah. Travis is going with him. I think his other
got another 5-star. They just got another 5-star last week.
Yeah. I think his son stayed. His one son, Shador. Shador's the quarterback, I think.
Yeah.
The other one stayed. I think there was something that he didn't want to leave.
No, he brought him with him.
He came too? Okay, I thought he stayed. Because I know there was 10 of them. 10 from Jackson State that went with him to Colorado.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah.
10 players went with him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Colorado's going to be, they're going to be on it. They're going to be on it.
Yeah, I give them a few years before they be decent, but they so horrible right now. I don't expect nothing from them, and I really don't even follow college football. But I haven't heard nothing about Colorado since goddammit. Cordell Stewart played there. And,
you're right.
Let's do it. They used to play for the Bears. Rashad Salam and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the last time I heard something from them. I ain't heard nothing about Colorado since then.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And that's why I see like a perfect storm for somebody like Dion to come through. You know what I'm saying? And just and now it's gonna be legendary if he turns it around.
And he will.
Championships. Yeah, he's definitely gonna do it.
Give him some time.
Yeah, he will. Because
they gonna give him all the time he needs. He finna be there for a while. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he got
the transfer portal. Let's remember that the transfer portal.
That's a fact.
He's going to have veteran players that already in there just want to play for him, and so he's screening it. And because I watched the thing when he went in, like you said, KL, I don't like the higher than thou at this job. I got this job. No, I didn't care for that. But when I watched him address the Colorado team that was there, he told them, "I want football players." Yeah, I'm bringing dogs. I'm bringing dogs with me. I'm bringing dogs with me.
Some of y'all ain't gonna be in here next year when the shit starts.
So
he say, "I'm coming." I'm coming. When I come, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying?
Coming.
I was like, all right, Deion be talking that talk. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but that's Deion. Deion been talking that talk.
Yeah.
That's a fact. But like you said, KL, you know what I'm saying? Deion is not Ed Reed. You see what I'm saying?
No.
And I don't think, you know, sometimes I think we get lost in the sauce and think, you know, vetting. I don't feel like it's a problem with you speaking your mind, but you got to know what comes with that. And when you're dealing with HBCUs in different situations, it's not helping the situation for you to put it on blast like that.
Just in corporate situations in general, you know what I'm saying? When you got public jobs and shit like that, you just can't do things like that when you got public jobs like that. You feel me?
Yeah. Because you got a responsibility to them kids and everything too. You got to think bigger than just how you feel with your emotions, because you know you didn't went to these homes and these parents that signed their kids to come based off of you. You see what I'm saying? And now you done got fired, and now these kids like, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to think.
But you know what though? But you know what though? The game different nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like the college game, like way different now. Like the college from how we grew up with and how it was is like totally different. Like, you know, back in the day, man, when you transfer from a school, you had to sit out for a year. You know what I'm saying?
That's the portal.
Yeah.
You could play immediately. So it's kind of touchy, you know what I'm saying? But either way it go, I ain't watching college football.
And I get it.
I don't care who they are. I ain't watching.
I don't give a fuck if you hire Michael Jordan as the motherfucking football coach. I'm not watching that shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that shit. I'm sorry.
I do. I like it. College football is one of my, you know, I prefer college football over NFL. Pro football.
Oh my God, you one of them, man. Oh, P-Stock, man. Come on, man. But you in for the purity of the game and shit. These little niggas get paid, now, goddamn.
No, the NFL, believe me, I was all like that. But whenever I start seeing the NFL, the way they were treating the main people in the black players with the CTE.
See, that's why I don't fuck.
Oh man, dig this. I don't even watch football. I can't even tell you the last time I actually sat down in the middle of my day like, But I think I'm going to watch the game.
I bet you're going to watch the Super Bowl. I bet you're going to watch the Super Bowl with Rihanna this year.
Yes, I am.
I bet you that. Shout out to Rihanna. Shout out to Rihanna.
Yes, I am. And once Riri gone, I'm gonna stop watching that shit. You feel me? I'm a sports center type of nigga, man. So once they did Cap, I kind of checked out, man, because I just don't like how they treat me.
Yeah, exactly. That was a part of it too. Cap, and then the CTE. How they was saying that black players already had diminished capacity brain.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of man.
I NFL is slightly racist.
I want them to release. I want them to release Snyder's emails. It got Gruden fired. It got all. They trying to make him sell that team, but you know, man, release those emails.
Jerry Jones was that picture with him stopping those kids from coming
going
to school.
Man.
Like this is what I'm saying. Jerry Jones.
I didn't know.
There's a lot of them like that. There's a lot of them like that.
Come on, man. And that was.
But to a point, what you're saying.
Jerry Jones made that statement. You remember years ago, he was like the inmates. He made that little inmate statement about the players on the field, like calling them inmates. You know what I'm saying? So I always looked at Jerry Jones side eyes like he was a low key racist. You know what I'm saying? In that video, I mean, that pic just kind of like solidified it for me, man. I don't mess with the NFL at all. I'm side-eyeing Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, for rocking with him, but he making some dope stuff happen, you know what I'm saying? But
Jay-Z is the ultimate capitalist, man.
Yeah,
that's a fact. He is, man.
Because it's beyond business. It's beyond business with that brother, man. I mean, he when you start getting up into the billions and all that, man, like he's a cold-blooded capitalist. That's how you can
that's a fact.
That, man.
That's a fact.
But you see how he moved Cap ass around. Okay, man, it's over for that shit. It's time to get the money.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, man. You can't say too much about Jay-Z these days, man.
No. He solidified. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's letting his money work.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. And speaking about solidified, the legendary Aretha Franklin. You know what I mean? When I seen this week, man, my mind like went to a place that it was just like I don't know where we going as a community, a world, Craig, the world, Craig, the LGBTQ activist group reacts to backlash after demanding the removal of Aretha Franklin's song "Natural Woman." You know what I'm saying? Bro, they want it moved off of all platforms because they feel in their soul that they are offended by the words in this song. You know what I'm saying?
But that's too fucking bad. It's too fucking bad.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's too fucking bad, man.
That's
too bad, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Get over it. Bro. Sorry. This song been around since 1960. Tell me, P Stock, when that song came out.
Yeah, that song. Yeah, Aretha. That song. Yeah, back in the 60s.
You was a young whippersnapper when that shit came out, and y'all gonna try to cancel the lady. Man, stop it, man. Did y'all see how long that lady's funeral was? Y'all think y'all gonna get this lady's song removed? This lady's funeral was 3 days long.
Yeah.
And y'all think y'all gonna get her song removed? It's not happening, man.
No, they don't.
Respect the queen, man. And stop disrespecting the queen.
Wait till they start asking them to edit the Bible. Wait till they start edit the Bible. We don't like what the Bible's saying about our community.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, man, about how it goes with this, right? And this is just how I feel about it, man. It's a small contingent of people that is so loud, it gives you the impression that it's just like overwhelming and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all encompassing. And it's just everywhere, the LGBT. But it's really like, if you ain't, all that shit just don't move me in no way, shape, or form. And I respect everybody, and what somebody does in their own bedroom, that's really not my business. But
facts.
A lot of the conversation about this shit is just trolling at this point.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you can't troll me. I'm king troll. You can't troll me. So when I see shit like this, I just bypass it and keep going about my fucking day.
Yeah, I can't, the alphabet crew, man. I remember back in the day, they want to be out ahead of the whole movement. The rights is to come, man. I'm not with that. It's cool. Like you said, I don't knock anybody. What you do in your bedroom is your private, personal business. That's it. So keep that along, but I know it's not going to be that way. Like you said, they got a lot of money in that group. There's a lot of people in power positions in that group. Yeah. And they have a powerful lobby. They have
I was just about to say, and you better watch your mouth.
Yeah.
Period. I respect it. Because they move just like how I would move. Yeah. If you say some shit about me, motherfucker, I'm coming.
It's smoke. It's smoke. Yeah. But see, that's smoke. What you said. You said it was like a few people make noise and it seems big. Like, I don't think that's the case with the LGBT. No, bro. No, bro. Like, they loud,
now,
proud.
In regards to this. Regards to this issue, that's what I mean. Specifically for this for the topic of what we're talking about, this is a small contingent. Now, in the world,
bro.
In the world, it's real.
Yeah. It's real, bro.
You watch what you say.
The world they got you.
They got people backpedaling, coming back, apologizing. It like it's a different time. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why the agenda. Well, I do know why the agenda is being pushed. You know what I'm saying? But it's just sad because at the end of the day, like both of you guys said, and I agree, like I'm not judging you for what you do. What you do is what you do. I don't have no problems with that. I ain't got time to worry about what you do in your four walls. You feel what I'm talking about? Like I can care less. You know what I'm saying?
That's your business. Some point,
that's your business. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, man, it's some lines being drawn. You know what I'm saying? Like it's too much going on. And they trying to change the narrative. Like it's a thing going so far where they want to literally take mother and father offer the birth certificates where it just say birth parent, or the child take the gender away from the child so the child can grow up and decide what gender they want to be.
Now that specifically, not to cut you off, but shit like that, that's the noise.
This is what I'm saying.
Shit like that, that's the noise.
Yeah,
that's the noise that I'm referring to. I don't get into that.
But
I don't get into all that shit.
But see, little stuff like that, bro. Like the more and more stuff change like that, the more it's like the world is blurred. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't be a heterosexual male, you can't be a straight woman. Like what are you talking about? Like that's where it started getting a little crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta set some type of rules. Like, okay, think about it. When we talk about the sports, the trans men wanna compete with the women.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like, we can't have no real life Joanna, man. Like, it's like they taking steps where it's blurred. It's gonna be a point where it's just blurred.
Well, how? But how are the lines blurred?
They tried though. They tried because these are situations.
But how?
I
don't understand. It's not though. It's not to me because I know a woman is a woman.
Absolutely.
Period. Absolutely. And the only reason a lot of this shit gets a lot of play is because a lot of people paying attention to the shit because just gay conversation just makes people uncomfortable in the first place. Let's just be real. Gay conversation makes people uncomfortable. You feel me? And they feel like they got the right to be out there. And I agree. If they want to be out there, they have every right to be out there. But as far as all this shit, like where you say like the lines blurred and all that, that's the noise that I'm referring to that I ignore.
But you can't though, because you're gonna
I can because that doesn't have effect. That has no effect on me in my day to day. I could care less about that shit.
It should though. It should.
How? Why?
Because like for the future and the kids and the legacy.
No. I'm talking about right now. You said the future. Right now, how does that conversation affect me in my day to day?
If it's going to affect you for the future, that means it affects you now because we can stop it from happening. We can stop it from happening because just because they issue it, if we have a problem, yeah, you can. If we have a problem, just like with the Aretha Franklin situation, they tried it. They're going to keep trying. It was so much noise. They was like, oh, no, it was a fake account. No, y'all tried it. Y'all tried it though. You see what I'm saying? Like you keep giving them inches, bro. The line gonna get blurred. Like you gotta care. You gotta care because you're gonna look up and it's gonna be crazy. If people wouldn't have had an outrage with the Aretha Franklin thing, they'd have got away with it. They'd have got away with it.
The song was not getting removed.
They'd have tried it though.
You know as well as I know that song was not getting removed for that reason, man. Why are we even talking about this shit?
Man,
this shit is so pointless with all the shit we have going on in America. This is a pointless ass topic for it to be in the public discussion. Like this shit is just mind boggling because it's like I just don't understand like what is all the fuss about.
They control the media. A lot of them is higher ups in the media. They control the media. But my big thing is think about this. Consider this, and let's move on, because I don't like getting into them a whole lot. Stuff feel like Dave Chappelle. You know, they're gonna wrestle or something. You know, but the thing is, to me, is the mental part of these folks. You got people that has pressure put on them by that group that you know to get these changes. I watched a program on Vice Network. And that's the mental where these people go through, get the full sex change operation, and then realize I made a mistake. Too late now. Y'all jacked up. So that part of it is the part that concerns me with that group. Because, you know, we don't know how many of them are suicidal, that, you know, like the people that I done screwed my life up, they're going to run up in your favorite place and shoot it up as a part of that stuff. Or, you know, that stuff like, it's just the mental aspect, because I'm with you. I mean, if that's what you are, that's cool. Don't do it and then don't want discriminated against, but you'll discriminate against somebody else. especially most of them, what I know and what I feel, because historically Black and Hispanic men, we got the macho culture that we come from in the history, right? So they're going to naturally hate us or think we hate them. It's not what we don't think about them at all, but never mind. Oh, this Black man hates me.
Yeah, no, it ain't no hate though. You know what I'm saying? It's just a conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Ain't no hate.
And it's about the conversation. It could be about 100%. You walking down the street and approaching them, and that's their perception.
Yeah, but you know how I feel though, P-Stock, real talk.
Yeah.
Somebody else's opinion of me is not my business.
Exactly.
It's not my business. I like that. and that's a fact. Business. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fact. Man.
That's a good one. But that's the reality.
It's
some people's reality. But I'm so steadfast in my what I want to say, my masculinity that I'm really unaffected by it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because like I'm not even uncomfortable. I know how you said like the majority of people are uncomfortable talking about, homosexual. Like I'm not. I'm so secure in who I am. Like we can have a conversation because at the end of the day, if we could talk about race, religion, politics, we could talk about that as well. Like that don't move me in no kind of way. You should be able to have an opinion on whatever is going on around you in your everyday. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%. You know what I'm saying?
And
and it's so crazy, man. Like you said, there's so much going on. You know what I'm saying? There was another situation that happened with Superhead. P-Stock, you was talking about this one, right?
Yeah. This is interesting, and what really drew my attention to it is because you hear it lately, everything and the rhetoric, I guess, especially in that culture, that younger culture, that entertainment culture, that reality TV group, culture, where you got Superhead, a 42-year-old woman that's now she's messing with younger men, where you got it, you going around with the the cougars, they call them that, right? And I think in her case, I think she got a taste of what these young girls are getting from these young guys out here. I just think she's too old. I mean, she's 42 years old.
That's what I want to know. Like, who's still messing with Superhead? I know. The
shit, I would. Shit, I would. I seen that video.
Yeah,
I seen it.
You seen it.
I seen it.
I seen
it.
Yeah. But I'm just saying though, like, okay.
But look, it make perfect sense though, man. Think about it in its most basic terms, man. Think about that old hoe from the hood, man, who done ran through all the guys in your era and all that shit, and you look up and she pop up with one of the younger guys off the block. It's the same thing, man.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, what I found out, what I found in her video, where she was crying, but you can see, like you said, that girl everybody ran through, and then you find she got 10 kids by 9 different people.
I don't like that though. I never liked them type of females or women. Like I like the good girls, like the girls that I feel like ain't been doing
good girls on it. Yeah,
everybody got a pass, man.
I know, but I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not the guy that's gonna be involved in the train. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, that's up to you.
I'm not that guy. So I wouldn't. I don't know how you could be with Corinne Stephens in 2023. Like, she couldn't be my baby mama in 2023. This is what I'm saying, bro.
First off, she's a little bit old. She's a little bit old to be on baby mama status,
bro. Like, Corinne Stephens Superhead is your baby mama in 2023. Yeah. She just had your baby in 20. Nah, bro, I can't do it.
Any kids? Do she have any children?
Yeah, already? She got kids. Yeah, she already had kids, but she just had one Badu. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, with all of the stories of her, with the book and just her whole history, in 2023 get a baby.
Shit, that was 20 years ago.
She need an extra check. She need an extra check. That's what it is.
You better than me.
But the video.
Go.
I understand, man. I understand, young man. I understand.
Oh man.
It's one of those things. But Big Wall, run the video. Let's take a listen at what she said. I just found that she showed a lot of vulnerability here. She was breaking down. So
not
okay.
big badass superhead. No, not superhead.
Not today. not today. But let's see what she's talking about.
Let's see what she's talking about.
I didn't have anything left after that. I'm about to bring you back around. I got a cease and desist letter yesterday demanding that I don't talk about this. But if there's one thing that I know about truth, is that I am well within my right to discuss my experiences. So I'm going to discuss them. The cease and desist letter I got yesterday was from attorneys representing Kwame Onwuachi, and it's full of bullshit. And I know where they got their. Of course, they got their information from him, and I can just see how he manipulated them into thinking certain things. So I'm going to go through point by point. I'm going to go through point by point. I'm gonna talk about this because I'm not gonna take down posts. I gotta take down.
Hold on. Let me pause it for a second.
He's not gonna take down posts.
I don't like. Why would you mess with somebody like she gonna tell your business? Like she said,
that is a fact.
She got a cease and desist, and dude telling her, "Look, stop talking about what's going on." She like, "No, I'm going to Instagram and I'm going to talk about everything." Like I couldn't be with no people. She done made the book. Like you can't even have an argument with Shorty because she gonna go tell everything. You know what I'm talking about? Like I don't know how you can mess with Corinne Stephens in 2023, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's go.
I don't get it.
Pregnancy post. It's my pregnancy. I gotta take that. I can't talk about it at all. I can't mention him at all. It's not how any of this works for me.
That's what she said.
Let's go through it.
Oh shit!
Wow!
Put the glasses on. There she go.
This is regarding the. I'm just gonna kind of go through. I'm not gonna read the whole thing because it's a lot, but regarding the outrageous, harassing, and defamatory posts I made on social media and elsewhere. Not sure where the elsewhere is. I'm also not sure what the outrageous, harassing, and defamatory posts are. One post said it was just announcing that I was pregnant and thanking him for supporting me, which by the way, he wasn't. So I was just making him look good. And the other post was on stories when he went out with somebody at a fucking game, knowing I was at home on bed rest, fucking sick as a dog. Like, I just thought that shit was rude. And also distressful for me. Like, I'm already under crazy amounts of stress right now, which I'll discuss in a second. So demanding that I immediately remove my online posts, that's not gonna happen. Cease and desist from making any further public statements about him, that's not gonna happen in regards to our child. So, that's not gonna happen. All future correspondence intended for him.
Not gonna happen.
Going through attorneys. That's weird.
No privacy.
Not doing that either.
You're gonna get sued.
My repeated efforts to contact Mr. Onwuachi from different phone numbers and or social media accounts. Hold on. Kwame texted me yesterday. Let's go through it. I'm just gonna go through it with you. And,
she the feds, bro.
There's a reason why I'm doing this, and again, it'll all circle back around. We've been going back and forth for 2 weeks. Okay. So the way the story goes is that I had plans for New Year's Eve in New York.
She cracking her knuckles. Whoa.
That was not Kwame. But I wanted to see Kwame New Year's Eve, like after New Year's Eve. So I had already bought my tickets, did my thing, and I kept asking him, like, what are you doing New Year's Eve? Like, I need to see you New Year's Eve. I kept asking him that because I knew I had something to tell him, and I wanted to wait until after Christmas, after New Year's Eve, get the holidays out the way, and then have the conversation about being pregnant. So he kept saying, I don't know. He literally knew what he was going to be doing New Year's Eve and did not tell me. So I'm like, I need a block of time. I I need to talk to you. I'm in New York until the 3rd. I'm like, so if it's not New Year's Eve, can I see you the 3rd? Like, can we do something on the 3rd?
He like, no.
Kept saying like, no. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. So
Hell
I'm like, you need to cancel your plans.
No.
I was like, you need to cancel your plans. I'm not canceling my plans, he says. I'm like, you need to cancel your plans. Now, mind you, I know what's going on, but he doesn't know. So I'm like, you need to cancel your plans.
Why?
Trust me. Like, whoever she is,
No, I don't trust you.
You could fuck her on the 4th, but I gotta see you between the 1st and the 3rd when I'm in town. Like, I don't care I don't care what you do when I'm not around. That's not none of my business. I have my own situation over here. Mind you, I got my own situation. There's a whole thing
You hear this?
So why?
She got a man.
Stop the tape. Stop the tape.
She got a man.
I've heard enough.
She got a
Stop
man.
the tape. Now.
That's the end. That's the end.
Now.
She got a man. She got a man, KL.
You trying to tell this man, right? This man, it's obvious this man don't want shit to do with you, right? Nothing. Why is it so important that he must see you? And you know you got another bitch, so it's like, why? Why is it so important for me to see you, bitch? You can tell me you pregnant over the phone.
Yeah.
That bitch is toxic.
Yeah, she's toxic.
She's a manipulator.
Yeah.
And she was gonna get that boy along, suck his meat, and reel his ass back in.
And wreck his life.
And reel his ass back in. He saw the play coming. He like, no.
Yeah.
No.
He knew he couldn't resist it. He couldn't resist it.
I'm not finna lie to you, bro. Any dude that's gonna go to the game, and he a famous chef, so he known. That's why they put him on a jumbotron at the game. He known. So any dude that's gonna go to the game with another chick and know he got a pregnant chick somewhere, he don't care. Like, he been checked out. Like, the odds of her seeing this is 1,000,001. Cause she tied to me. Anything that come on the screen about me, it's gonna come across her phone. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying? They put the little tags on you. Anything alert, they get the little Google alert. So, and it was seen that he was on the screen. You see what I'm saying? So, like, he don't care though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he's sneaking. That sounds like a dude that's done, that's checked out. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
He checked out. You know what I'm saying? Because you move with a certain level of discretion if you out here on that type of time. You see what I'm saying? You're not taking your chick to the game on floor seats. You know what I'm talking about?
No. Put in the Chris Brown and Rihanna. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're not doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Tell your girl and shit like, I'm finna go run out and grab me a pack of cigarettes. You know, I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Bitch turn on the game and shit. You have a front seat with another bitch at the game and shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Chill. Nah, that ain't what that is, Superhead.
That ain't what that is.
He's going outside, Superhead. He's going outside.
You said super who? Super who?
The head must not be as super as it was back.
No, it must not be and the booty must not either. So
nah,
he done ran. You know, I mean, at that age, she in her prime sexually.
Yeah, like she ready to go. You know what I'm saying? That's why dude stayed away from my ass. He's like, man, you know, rope me in with that motherfucker.
Go over there with that.
Stay away.
Me.
No,
she want to get her paydays together, her check.
No.
What day am I getting paid on?
Not today,
am I getting paid on? Yeah.
Not today, Cody.
Call me. We'll talk about it. Holla.
Not until you cease and desist that baby.
Yeah.
Cease and desist that baby, bitch.
That's why she had that baby. That's why she had that one. That's why.
Oh man, that's crazy, man. Y'all already know the vibes, man. Shouts out to everybody that's been in tune with everything that's been going on with the culture game. Shouts out to everybody that's been tapped in, man. We appreciate it. We are back. We're going to be here every week with the same type of vibe, same type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Me, KL, and P Stock. You know what I'm saying? We here, man. So tap in. If it's something that y'all want us to talk about, any little topics or anything, you can hit me, you can hit P Stock, you can hit KL. You know what I'm saying? Let us know.
Let us know. Talk about it,
man.
Talk
you know what I'm saying?
We'll talk about
might
it.
Pull you in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Before we go, there's something I got something. It was burning in me, and I should have been a topic, instead of the Aretha Franklin one. But did y'all see that news about the 6-year-old that shot the teacher in the class down in Newport News?
I most certainly did.
What? That's when you go, what the heck's going on? They fired the school board, whoever the school board president.
Everybody should have got fired. They said that they tried to report the little boy like 3-4 times. So he been bringing the blick to school. You feel me? He probably done brandished it on a custodian or something. Yeah, it was a bad thing. I'll shoot you.
Yeah, he probably robbed some people along the way.
And all type of shit, man. Like how, but everybody involved needs to go. Yeah,
that's so that's the issue. And I was just down there, in Newport News, hanging out, and I just was thinking about it, man. I was down there for some youth games. 6 years old.
Thinking 6 years old, like bro, like how that's gonna transpire? Like, can you charge him as an adult? You know what I mean? And like, okay, if you do charge him as an adult, are you gonna put him? You can't put him in prison.
You cannot charge a 6-year-old kid as an adult.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that's such a tough situation because he's 6. So I'm curious to see how they gonna handle this. You know what I mean? Are they gonna just give him probation? Are they gonna?
But you know what, though? I take that back.
The hell out the parents.
I'll take that back. They definitely try to charge. It's morally, it's not right to, but they'll definitely try to because I know since we on the topic of this morbid shit.
Yeah.
I know y'all seen the one where the little boy killed his mama because she wouldn't let him play his video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They definitely charged that. They definitely charged that young man as an adult.
Yeah.
They booked him. They booked him.
Yeah. There's a few.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of them. There was a 13-year-old here we had. I think we might have been talking about that. 13-year-old killed another 13-year-old over a video game. Shot and killed. But the parents, I think the 6-year-old, his parents is gonna go to jail too. Something's gonna happen to his parents too now.
Yeah, because it would have to. Because I'm pretty sure
Virginia, and Virginia's a commonwealth, and that's where all that stuff got. So, like I said, if it's a black kid, you best believe they trying to charge him as an adult.
Ain't no way a 6-year-old should even have access to a gun. 6-year-old, like he shouldn't even be able to get that gun. Like he's 6. Like, that's crazy, bro. 6 years old, like the mad state for him to be able to get the gun and pull the trigger, that's a lot for a 6-year-old. You know, it's grown men that can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's going around, though, man. There was a video floating around of looked like a 3-year-old little white kid living in an apartment complex, was out there in the hallway on the landing with somebody's gun, waving the gun in the air like, imagine you come up there as an adult and he got the gun thinking he's playing and he's shooting.
Hey, bye!
Yeah. You
play stupid games.
Playing with the blink.
Prizes.
Yeah. So, parents, I think the adults are going to start getting more and more people got guns. Handguns are getting cheaper and cheaper. People are copping them things, and they're reckless with them. And these kids are getting a hold of them. And I think the parents are going to start catching charge. That 6-year-old in Newport News, his parents are going to go to jail. They getting a lick out of that too. Watch. They getting a lick. They getting a lick.
Yeah, but that's crazy, man. But I hope that don't start a trend because I hate the narrative that people think just because a kid act out that it's the parents' fault. Sometimes you just have a bad kid. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's real. Like, that's real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
real.
Shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real.
Get me locked up. This little dude is bad. Like, get him. You know what I'm talking about?
We need help. What did he say? We need help. This mug right here.
Come get this little motherfucker.
Hey.
Right now. He shot that lady. He needs to go to jail.
I've been telling y'all, I was telling y'all, because if you go there and you whoop a kid's
every
ass.
night. I gotta lock my door. I got a gun under my pillow every night.
Yeah, because you can't rest with that little motherfucker. He's so bad. You be in the crib sleep and you just smell smoke. You wake up your whole damn house. This little nigga goddamn just set the blinds on fire. Oh my
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shit up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like so, and that's the thing,
lock him
bro.
in. They got to lock him in his room
That's
at
the
night
thing.
and put a bucket in there with him.
Man, be sliding the dresser across the door, going in at night, sliding the dresser. Oh yeah,
No dressers.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, you
come get
in
him.
your room. Yeah.
In your room. You close the door, slide the dresser, so he can't get in at night. Yeah, I gotta barricade myself in my room every night.
I burn them out. Burn you out and hide all the matches and lighters. Turn the stove off. Turn the stove off. Lock the refrigerator.
What you do is you drop that little motherfucker off at the police station and you keep going.
And just drive off.
And just keep going.
Look. Hey, or the hospital. Right the hospital too. You can drop them off at the hospitals too. Yeah. Them drop off spots too, man. But
hospitals. Yeah.
that's messed up, man. You get a bad kid and you get booked because they went and shot up the school. Like that's crazy.
I'm telling on this.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm telling too.
You telling?
I'm telling.
No, I'm telling. But hey, that's what it's going to. Watch. You know, that's what they want to do. They're gonna try to hold people.
Especially when you black.
Parents. When you black, they're gonna try to do it. Because they know you can't afford. They got to make some kind of money off that peonage game they running. You know, so they gonna pin something on somebody. You know,
man, you
go to hell,
know, man.
Take him to school and smack his ass with a dictionary right in front of the principal. Wow!
Both of y'all go to I'll put y'all right in the cell, right next to each other.
Yeah. Medicine don't work. That medicine don't work.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. But y'all already know, man. Appreciate y'all for typing in. Like, comment, subscribe, join the culture game, man. So anytime we drop any kind of content, y'all be the first one to get it, man. We're going to tap in next week, give you news you can use, man, like we always do around this time, man. So we locked in, man. Again, we appreciate everybody for their support, for continuing to grow with us, move forward. We got a lot coming up this year, man. We definitely tapped in, man. We back this week in the culture with myself, P. Stock, and KL. Y'all already know the vibes, right?
Peace.
And we out.
DJ Mustard. Okay. His ex-wife seeks close to $1 million per year in child support.
Wow.
Somewhere along the line, it didn't work. He tried to get bigger than Mustard. So ex-Mustard.
Not ex-Mustard.
Ex-Mustard can't do it. Ex-Mustard can't do it. You know, you gotta let it go.
You gotta let it go.
New Mustard.
Man.
She seen the new Miss Mustard probably driving a Bentley, driving one of Mustard's Bentleys, or driving one of his things like, you know, the girlfriends. Girl, ain't that your ex? Ain't that Mustard's girl?
Put that fuel to the fire.
With that Bentley. Ooh, she doing it. I said, I'm going good. I need $1 million a year. No, it's not happening. It's not happening, Mamacita. No. Ex-Mustard? No.
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Lady Luck, and I'm here with the homie Big Wall, and you are now tuned in to Address the Culture, where we're addressing everything in the culture. Keep it locked.
What do you think is some of the biggest misconceptions when we talk about just modeling, taking pictures and pursuing? Because there's a lot of them out there.
That were easy. So I feel like it's that's how you speak to people. And if you don't talk down to people, if you talk to them like, you know, maybe try it this way, or how about this, or the last time I did this, and people don't take it, interpret it as like she's belittling me. Because obviously I do give something to the culture, and to don't take no for an answer, and just keep going. And I know in this industry things come across like harsh, and like, but take that as a moment to learn from it and just keep going. Because somebody may tell you no, but somebody may charge you less, tell you yes, and they're gonna double back. And when they double back, you charge them double. That's all you could be. So I'm trying to make sure I break that barrier of I could do both. I could be both.
How many times a day do you think about sex?
I'm thinking about it right now.
Talk your shit.
All right, hey, it's your girl Ronnie Cake, and I just did my interview with Big Wall on Address the Culture. If you haven't tapped in yet, do that. Big energy, great energy.
The legacy continues. So that's what I'm saying, and that's what we're here to talk about tonight. Fubu Radio as well.
Fredro Starr, he was doing New York Undercover, and he wound up coming to the house, grabbing some shirts, and he went out and said, you know what, I'm gonna shoot this on the show. He shot on New York Undercover. He wound up getting killed in the shirt, but it was like for us, it was like a 30-second commercial. You know, when everybody was here and doing things, we were always trying to figure out how we can zig when others were zagging. You know what I'm saying? And when that third year came, we were so, you know, nervous, but at the same time, we was making the most money we ever made, you know, to date. That's when the whole 350 million thing came into part, because we started, you know, expanding. And now we're in 2020, so I got to see everything. I got to see it go from an 8-track to digital to streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, and the concept behind what we're doing with the radio station is kind of the same concept that we do with the clothing brand, because it's all about our community, giving back and building our people up. But once it got to the 90s and past there, you know, you can't really talk about hip hop without mentioning Fubu.
And the hip hop player's wardrobe, you know, if you're out chilling, that was a staple.
Dressing the culture.